Thank you to the sponsor of this video, AeroSeal.
Are you having HVAC problems? In today's video, I want to talk about resetting that HVAC system, when it's a good idea and when it's not. If you stick around to the end of this video, we're going to go through some big don'ts. Don't do this, don't do that. But let's dive into this, resetting the HVAC. And of course, there are different types of heating and air systems out there. There are fossil fuel burning appliances such as oil or gas. There are, of course, heat pumps and all kinds of different heat pumps out there. And I do think just pointing that out, just getting started here, depending on the type of system you have, may play a role in resetting that system, how you do it, and whether or not it's a good idea. And we're going to talk more later in this video about different types of systems that do have different reset buttons and things like that. But I think ultimately, just to say, just as a blanket statement, if I'm not a pro and I don't know how to fix the system and I'm just the homeowner, I would probably stay away from a lot of those reset buttons, whether it be inside the furnace itself. I'm definitely going to caution you against taking covers off and hitting buttons that say reset. And so I think in general, when we say resetting the system moving forward throughout this video, we're simply saying cycling the power. So going to the main power source, whether it be a breaker, maybe a switch on the side of a furnace, or some other sort of disconnect to that system. And we're saying you're going to turn off the power, wait a certain amount of time, and then turn power back on. And that is resetting that system. Now, why would you want to reset that system? Maybe you have a system that is sporadically turning off and not turning back on. So with some systems, you may have an actual what we call a hard lockout. So something has caused that system to turn off, and now we are going to cycle the power, make that system start fresh, and see if it will work. And depending on what the problem is, that may make the system actually work. Right? Now, I'm not saying that's a good thing, and we'll talk more about that in just a moment, but it may actually get the system to turn on. It may not, right? You may cycle power only to find out that whatever's wrong with the system is still wrong, right? So I think that's important to note. I think it's important to note if you end up having a professional, if you were to call, say, me, and I get there, I, as a pro, learned pretty early on to always talk to our customers and to ask, what's the story here? What's the backstory? And if a customer told me, hey, I reset the system or whatever, that starts to tell me a little bit of a story of, if I'm a detective trying to figure out what's wrong with the system, now I have something to go off of. Hey, this happened, thermostat went blank, or maybe it's not blank, right? Or the system was making a noise or smell or whatever that is, whatever the story is, and the homeowner saying, I reset the system and then this happened, that can help me determine what's actually wrong with that system. And here's the thing, resetting the system with a small percentage, and I'm going to say a very small percentage of problems, may actually make that system work again, depending on if it was a hard lockout, if it was an issue that is not ongoing. So for example, if you had extreme temperatures outside and for whatever reason the system turned off because of that, right? There's a number of reasons I could, talk about, whether it's a frozen drain, for example. For whatever reason, the extreme temperatures are now gone and now the system has been reset and now it's working fine. And you actually don't know why it's working fine now, but it is, right? Other issues might be, say, a surge. So you had a power surge on that system. The surge protector is now, has turned the system off. If you've got some sort of protection that is wired in series with the high voltage, of the cheap surge protectors are wired parallel and they don't actually turn the system off. They're just, grounding a lot of the problems, a surge, for example. But if you have one of the products that's wired in series and it actually can kill power to the system because there was an issue, cycling power may actually get that system to work again. So I'm just throwing a couple scenarios out there. There's exceptions to every rule. Some of you guys like to leave comments and tell me some of those exceptions, and I'm certainly open to that. Please leave comments and let me know. I think pointing out that there is a small percentage of times when resetting that system will make it work again and so on. There are other times when, let's say, the system has thrown an error code, right? So you have a problem with the system, whether it's ongoing or not, the system has now locked out, it will not run, and you cycling the power has actually cleared that error. Now, I'm not saying that's a good thing, and we'll talk more about that in just a moment, but that actually can happen. Now, if it were an error, if there was a system that was in an error state, a hard lockout or even a soft lockout, a lot of times it'll have blinking lights, right? So I have had customers that, I don't want them going in my system that, I don't want them taking the cover off, but they noticed some blinking lights. Maybe they counted them, how many times that LED blinked, or maybe they've got messages popping up on the thermostat itself. It popped up, it said this or that, it had this number code. Those are all good things to report to your pro, even if the system was reset and it continued to work. Another reset, before I get into the do's and don'ts, that I want to point out is some thermostats have resets. It'll literally say reset or some sort of verbiage close to that, and it's a timer in that thermostat. So it could be a reset for the air filter, for example. So every certain amount of days, it's going to pop up and say replace air filter, and then you can reset that timer with a button or something like that in the thermostat to tell that thermostat, I have done that, you can reset the timer now. And if that's the case, no big deal, right? We don't have a system that's not working. We don't have a cycling power here. We haven't cycled the power and now that has gotten the system to work now. We have just simply reset a timer, no problem. But let's talk just real quick some scenarios of when I think as a pro, it's okay for a homeowner to actually reset that system, and then I'll tell you some of the don'ts. The first thing is when you notice blinking lights on accessories such as that surge protector that I was mentioning a moment ago. Again, simply resetting the system could get it working again. And as a pro, personally, I know there are pros that watch my content and will sometimes say, I don't want the homeowner doing anything, for these reasons, for safety reasons, or they're taking money out of my pocket, whatever. Again, as a pro myself, I have learned that we don't all feel the same way about different things. There are certain things I don't think a homeowner should be doing that some pros seem to think is okay. And then of course, there are some things that I think is okay that other pros don't. They don't want the homeowner doing anything, for example. But I think, again, if say it was locked out for surge protection or one of those other reasons that I mentioned before, when it comes to the system, whether it's accessories or whatever, and that's what's holding you back, simply resetting the system. And I'll just tell you this, that's all the pro is going to do either, right? If the surge protector or the phase monitor or whatever the device is working properly and is simply tripped out, it's in a hard lockout state, your pro is just going to simply cycle power as well. And then they'll maybe even charge you for the trip out. Maybe not, right? Some of them are honest and, they want to retain you as a customer for years to come instead of make a quick buck. But, that's a whole nother topic. I don't actually think it's a bad thing if they charge you for coming out, even if it was a small issue. But some pros, everybody's different on that. Another time that I would say that it's okay for the homeowner to reset the system is when you actually know what the problem is, whether it's because you just know or a pro has told you, hey, if this happens again, here's what's happening. But whatever the scenario is, if you know the actual problem and you're resetting the system knowing that, I think that might be okay too. Right? I think that whatever that issue is, it's not a safety issue, but it is something that, I had a customer years ago that told me, hey, I know that the problem is this or that with the refrigerant. And, every year it happens once or twice a year, extreme temperatures or whatever the reason is, I will reset the system and it will work fine. And again, that's stuff that it's good to put in the back of your mind anyway, in case there ever is an actual breakdown of the system, to let your pro or the technician that comes to your home know. I would say if you know what the problem is and you know that you're not putting your family or yourself at risk or anything like that, and you're just simply resetting the system, maybe that's okay to do. Number 3 would be it only happened one time. Something happened, the system's not working, you cycled power the first time you've ever done it, and you're going to monitor the situation and you're resetting the system to see if that makes it work again, then maybe that's okay. Maybe that'll be, fine. And I keep saying maybes, ifs and buts and maybes, more than anything just to kind of cover myself, but also cover you. Maybe it's not okay, right? Maybe it's okay, maybe it's not, right? And maybe you should just, call a pro from the get-go. But again, for some of the issues already mentioned, such as a device locking out the system and the problem's over, and you've now reset it only that one time, that first time, then maybe it's okay. And then finally, number 4 would be you fixed the problem. You are handier. Maybe you're not a master HVAC technician, but you knew enough to clear the drain, for example, or replace the batteries in the thermostat, or replace that air filter that you weren't getting enough airflow through the system, and you know the code because you've seen it before, and now you're simply just resetting the system. I think in those cases, again, that's probably going to be fine. I think anything outside of what I just mentioned, just about, I would say you probably should call a pro. If that system has stopped working and you reset it, I would say a large percentage of the time, I still want to have a pro come over and take a look at my system. I got it going again. I had to reset it just one time on a Saturday night, and because the pro couldn't be here till Monday morning, for example, I still probably want a pro to take a look at that system. And finally, what are the don'ts? When don't you want to reset that system? Before I do that, I just want to thank the sponsor of this video real quick, AeroSeal.
If you're an HVAC pro, shoulder season doesn't have to mean slow season. One of the smartest ways to keep your crews busy and revenue flowing is by sealing ductwork with AeroSeal. Think about it. Most homes are losing 20 to 30% of the conditioned air that the system produces. What that means to you is got upset customers, reduced system efficiency, and wasted energy. With AeroSeal, you can seal any of that ductwork fast, clean, and with proven results. Best part? It's a high-margin add-on solution that keeps revenue flowing even when your install season slows down. Your customers get greater comfort and lower energy bills, and you get steady business all year long. Want to see how it works in your model? Click the link and let's talk.
Okay, now let's talk real quick about the times that I think you do not want to reset that system. And the first one is when you do have a pro on the way. When you have a technician that's on the way, whatever that timeline is, when you reset that system, you may be clearing out an error code, for example. Some systems resetting it makes that clear and we don't get a history of it. A lot of systems, I can go in and I can pull a history, right? Especially the higher end systems. But some systems I can't. So if you've now reset the power, I remember years ago having a customer that would call us, hey, I don't have AC. And when I would get there, it'd be running fine. And I was not able to catch the problem in action. In fact, I would sometimes train my employees, don't be taking covers off. You need to try to diagnose that system, because with some systems, as soon as you pull that cover off, if it has a door switch, it will clear that issue. And now you've missed the opportunity to say, for example, count the blinks on that, LED that tells you what's wrong with the system. Number 2, it's happened more than once. So I mentioned a moment ago, maybe if you did it one time and it was the first time, fine. But if this is something that continues to keep happening and you're in there resetting the power, that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing for a lot of different reasons, depending on what type of system you have, but you could have a safety issue on your hand. You could have a problem where you are actually making it worse by continuing to reset that system. And if you would have, say, gotten a pro in there the first time that it hard locked out, that tripped out, then maybe you would have had a $200 bill and now you're going to have a $2,000 bill because you kept resetting the system. Well, it worked for a little bit, so I reset it again and it worked for a little bit longer. Yeah, but you're actually causing more harm, not understanding that there's a reason why that system keeps tripping out. Number 3, I would say your senses. So if your senses have sensed something wrong, meaning you smell something, right? It didn't just break down. You now smell whatever the odor is that you smell, right? Or you see something. I saw this happen. Or you hear something. I heard a loud bang, or I hear a clicking noise. Yeah, I'm resetting it. If your senses are picking up something other than the system just keeps turning off, I would not be resetting that system, right? If I'm hearing something or seeing something that's not normal, smelling something that I'm not used to smelling, I'm not resetting that system. Number 4, the system is under warranty. I don't want to do anything that voids my warranty. If that system has now tripped out, resetting that system could cause more harm than good. And now you have a problem on your hands where you have now made the problem worse and you may have even voided the warranty. So if I've got a newer system, it's under warranty, I might think twice before I actually reset that system. Number 5 is safety issues. So if you have a system that, for example, I had a customer years ago that had an oil furnace, an oil burner, and they just kept hitting that reset button. Well, that's a huge safety issue. You are now pouring oil into a system that there's a problem. And, you know, when that system does finally fire off, you've now got a pool, literally a pool of oil sitting in that heat exchanger, only for it to, you know, I don't want to say explode, but that might be a little extreme, but it could, right? I mean, you've now fed it a ton of fuel. And yeah, I mean, I've seen where systems will kick on finally and a puff of smoke, you know, blow out of the chamber, you know, system have a very loud bang and so on. So that's just oil furnaces, but there's other, you know, whether even if it's a nice new clean heat pump, continuously resetting that system, you could have a safety issue for one reason or another. So be careful with that. And then finally, we mentioned it before, but I would say don't reset it if that reset is, say, on a board inside the furnace. Now, I'm not talking about the timers we talked about a second ago. I'm talking about actually going into the settings of that thermostat and clicking reset, or, you know, you happen to see on the board a button that says reset. If you start doing things like that, you're not resetting the system. You're not cycling the power, for example. You could be actually clearing the programming of that system by say a factory reset on that system, for example. You've now cleared out all the settings. The system now doesn't even know, you know, am I paired with a single stage outdoor unit, you know, an inverter, or what? You've now cleared everything out, and now a pro is going to have to reprogram everything because you've now reset that device, whether it's the board or the thermostat or whatever. So ultimately, are there times where I'm okay with a customer of mine resetting that system? Possibly. You know, I think as a blanket vague statement, as a pro, I would maybe caution against it in a lot of cases. Are there times when maybe you can get by with resetting it? Of course. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section. Do you have a system that you have reset before or more than once? I'd love to hear about that, the ins and outs, and maybe I missed something in this video. If you like this video, I think you'll like this one as well. It's where I talk about a mistake a lot of homeowners don't know that's costing them money when they're heating their home. Thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button for more HVAC tips. We'll see you next time.